At 2:14 a.m., my phone vibrated, and everything I believed about my past shattered in silence. I was half asleep when a notification from an unknown email appeared. You deserve the truth about Daniel. My heart raced before my mind could catch up. Daniel was my ex-husband, the man I once trusted with my entire life. I had moved on, or at least convinced myself I had. Curiosity is a dangerous thing. I opened the email. One photo. Daniel, standing outside a cafe in London, holding hands with a woman I had never seen before. The timestamp read, last week. We were divorced for 2 years. That shouldn't hurt, but it did. Because the email continued. This isn't new. He's been living a double life for years. I stared at the screen, my chest tightening. Had my marriage ended because I failed, or because I never truly knew him? The next morning, London felt colder than usual. I met Sophia Reynolds at our usual cafe, my hands shaking as I slid my phone across the table. She studied the photo, then looked up at me slowly. Emily, this isn't just someone he's dating, she said. This looks planned. That word stuck with me, planned. I remembered all the late nights Daniel claimed were work emergencies, the sudden business trips to Manchester, the emotional distance I blamed on stress. Like so many women, I had normalized loneliness inside marriage. Sophia squeezed my hand. You always felt like something was off, she said gently. She was right. I had felt invisible in my own relationship, constantly questioning my worth. Relatable pain has a way of resurfacing when truth knocks. Before leaving, Sophia said one thing that changed everything. If this has haunted you for years, you deserve real answers, not guesses. That's how Mark Lewis entered my life, a private investigator with calm eyes and a voice that carried no judgment. When I told him Daniel's name, his expression changed, not shocked, but cautious. I'll be honest, Mark said. This won't be easy to hear. A week later, he called me into his office. The walls were lined with files, stories of other people's secrets. Mine waited on his desk. Daniel Carter didn't just have one life. He had 2 addresses, 2 phone numbers, and a shared bank account with another woman, dating back 5 years. 5 years, my stomach dropped. That meant our marriage overlapped with his secret life. He married you, Mark continued, while already emotionally committed elsewhere. I felt numb. Betrayal isn't loud. It's quiet, suffocating, and humiliating. The man who vowed honesty had perfected deception. The hardest part wasn't anger. It was self-doubt. I replayed every argument, every tear-filled night, wondering how I missed it. Was I blind or trusting? Mark showed me more. Daniel wasn't just cheating. He was portraying himself as single in another city, different personality, different future promises. I remembered how Daniel once said, "You overthink everything, Emily." That sentence echoed now like manipulation, wrapped in care. That evening, I confronted him. Daniel looked older, tired. When I asked him directly, he didn't deny it. I didn't mean for it to go this far, he said. That was the twist. Not guilt, not remorse, just inconvenience. I walked out before he could explain. Some explanations don't heal, they insult. Outside, the city lights blurred as tears fell. Closure wasn't coming from him. It had to come from me. Weeks passed. Therapy helped, but healing isn't linear. One night, I received another message, this time from the woman in the photo. Her name was Laura. She didn't know about me either. We met, 2 women connected by one man's lies. She cried. I listened. Then I cried too. There was no rivalry, only shared damage. I thought I was special, she whispered. So did I. That meeting changed something in me. The betrayal wasn't personal. It was patterned. Daniel didn't break me because I wasn't enough. He broke people because he never was. For the first time, I stopped blaming myself. The relief was quiet, but powerful. Healing begins when self-blame ends. I started rebuilding. New apartment, new routines. I learned how silence could feel peaceful instead of lonely. Sophia checked in daily, reminding me who I was before compromise shrank me. One evening, I deleted old photos, not out of anger, but acceptance. The past no longer needed proof. Mark sent a final message. You're stronger than most. Don't let this define your future. I smiled for the first time in months. Daniel tried reaching out again. Apologies, explanations, regret, maybe. But some doors don't reopen. Not because of pride, but because of growth. I didn't need revenge. I needed freedom. And for the first time, I felt emotionally safe with myself. 6 months later, I stood in front of a mirror, barely recognizing the woman smiling back. Not because I changed, but because I returned to myself. At a small bookshop event, I spoke about emotional betrayal, not naming Daniel, not seeking sympathy, just truth. Afterward, a woman hugged me. Your story helped me leave, she said. That was unexpected. Pain transforming into purpose. Sophia teased me later. You turned heartbreak into strength. Maybe I did. Or maybe I just stopped hiding from truth. Daniel's secret life once controlled my emotions. Now it was just a chapter, not the whole book. And I was still writing. Some stories don't end with love returning. They end with self-respect arriving. I sometimes think about that night at 2:14 a.m. The email, the shock, the pain. If I could go back, I wouldn't erase it. Because that moment gave me clarity. Daniel didn't steal my years. He revealed my resilience. I learned that love should feel safe, not confusing. That intuition whispers before truth screams. And that walking away is sometimes the bravest form of self-love. If you're reading this and doubting your reality, trust yourself. Secrets survive in silence. Healing begins with courage. And my life, it finally feels honest.